Welcome, your war chief is back with another epic video. Hi, my name's PBK, but you lovely people are more than welcome to call me Peeps. Today's video is one that I know some of you have been waiting for, and it's time. We are going to talk about a story of a girl who can't seem to make a Ysera cross-stitch. This is a story time full of buffoonery, silliness, stupidity, a lot of stupidity. And you guys are going to be shaking your heads going, really? No, really? And I deserve it. So, use this as a guide on how not to complete the Ysera cross-stitch made by Freenon. Which, by the way, it is a beautiful pattern. If you guys are artsy, like needlepoint, like Warcraft, I'm going to leave that linked below. It's not currently available, but Freenon does open her shop here and there. Follow her on Twitter, also linked. Either way, worth your time. But before all that though, if you're into this kind of stuff, or Warcraft, just nerdy stuff in general, well, you're home. Hit that subscribe button because we tend to do nerdy here pretty well. And we got content now 5 times a week. Yes, ma'am. Alright now, let's get into the silliness on how many times I managed to screw one thing up. First off, some backstory. I'm an intermediate cross-stitcher. That sounded cooler when I wrote it down, I assure you. So, as you shouldn't do, I was overconfident with my skill. I started this pattern in what I deemed was the center, counted all the squares and the half stitches, which this is the first pattern I do with half stitches, and they were not pretty. No. But it turned out alright. I get about 6 hours in, and that's not a lot if you guys know anything about needlepoint, but I realized something very fundamental. I can't count. Things aren't aligning the way they should. Shit. Now what? Alright, listen. Under control. I'm just gonna pull out those stitches and roll it back, see where I first made the mistake. Spoiler alert, it was all mistakes. And as I started pulling out those stitches and realizing how many counting mistakes I made, I realized that we start over. It's easier to start over. Again, if you don't know anything about needlepoint, taking out all of those stitches takes a fucking long time. So your genius war chief decides that this would be a great time to dig out the X-Acto knife. Cut them bad boys. In case you haven't figured it out, this is mistake number 2. I did really well for a while. I got most out. Until I realized that I butchered the canvas itself. Full of holes. Butchered. So, you know what? Listen, just go to Amazon, buy a new one. Now I'm not a dumb lady. Spoiler alert, that's foreshadowing. I carefully check the size. Alright, 35 by 40. Cool. Oh, sweet. Amazon's got one that's 40 by 52. It's a little bit bigger, which is fine. A little bit bigger is okay. You can cut it later. Reminder, I'm Canadian, not American. Centimeters and inches are interchangeable. Amazon can show you either or, and most of the time you really need to check it. You can guess what I did. I bought it in fucking inches. No, seriously, look. Now for you Americans, I'm just going to help you out here. The pattern is 35 by 40 centimeters. 30 centimeters is a foot. 12 inches. I have enough canvas for every project that I will ever fucking make. My mom is still laughing at me about this one. Alright, listen, it is what it is. Put the rest of it away, cut it out, carefully measure it. I spend about 10 to 20 hours of stitching. Probably closer to 20 by the time I realized my next mistake. I started too low. Here, let me show you. There's no room for her head. I fucked that up. I'll leave a picture of it so it's clearer, but... So, I tried to fix that. I tried to add more canvas to it. Turns out you can't. It looks terrible. So we're restarting again. And bonus points? I ran out of a certain sparkly thread. That bastard costs $3 a spool. And then, because I'm Canadian, $5 to ship. I'm getting wise now. I'm getting smart. Screw you guys. I'm going to start from the top of the canvas. So if I ever make another mistake, or it's too short or something, it cuts off her belly. Who cares? I'm glad I did that, because my next mistake is I didn't purchase the right sized canvas. Not the actual size of it, but the distance between the little holies on it. Yeah, they come in different sizes. Spoiler. I have a canvas where the holes are a little bit more spaced apart. They're not a big deal. You can totally use it. But you need to cut more out. I wasn't smart enough when I did this one to realize that I wouldn't have enough room on this size. I figured there would be enough room for her head. Turns out she got a big head. So yeah, it's too small. I won't have every piece of it on the canvas. Or I'm gonna come damn close. I mean damn close. Like maybe the banner at the bottom might be cut off, or I just find enough room to do it. Either way, I messed up. Again. So here's where we are today. As you can see, I'm probably not going to have enough room, but that's closer to 30, maybe even 40 hours put into it. She's gorgeous, and I will hang that bitch up somewhere. No doubt. And I will make a video at the end where everything's done, where you guys can see some work put into it, where you guys can see that, some tips and tricks. But I figured for now, at least we could get the funny stuff out of the way. You know, laugh it off, dust yourself off, and try again, because that's the lesson of the day. You screw up, try again. So what did we learn? Do not overestimate your ability. You will learn really quickly. That was dumb. Measure and read the sizes, including the hole size or distance of the hole. You know what I'm talking about. Make sure you know if you're ordering in inches or centimeters. You would think that would be easy to remember. It wasn't. Buy all your thread in one batch. Shit's expensive. Ysera's worth it though. She's gorgeous. She's stunning. She still makes me cry. No exception. Alright, that's all we got. On to you. Did you get a good laugh? Did you enjoy the journey? Do you have your own art projects or art fails you'd like to talk about? Let me know in the comments section down below. If you liked this video, give me a big old thumbs up. If you didn't, well, cool. Be honest with me. I'm a big girl. I can handle it. Bonus points if you tell me why you didn't like it though. Feedback is the best way to improve. If you like art stuff, Warcraft, nerdy stuff, live streams, or me, I don't know, hit that subscribe button. And while you're down there, ring that bell. That way you'll get notifications every time I upload new content, lives or videos, you know. Speaking of lives, we are now live here Mondays and Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern and Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Lots of nerdy fun to be had, even especially on Thursdays where it's classic night. Alright, well thanks so much for stopping by. Have a legendary day, and I can't wait to see you guys again on the next one. Bye! Seriously, I should have taken up painting. It's less expensive at this point, and I'm probably better at it. I mean, maybe. Am I overestimating my ability again? Uh-oh.